Q1 2024 is done, and how did we do? Well, not too bad. So after a disastrous January, like absolutely terrible, we had to do an entire video dedicated to how bad it was. We really caught up with the market. Like the S&P right now is going something like 9.08%, and we are right now performing at 9.03 as of this time of this recording. Now, if market benchmarks were any indication, that would be, kind of on par. But what I'm really proud of is how we got there. Because if you look at our portfolio construction, we have no Magnificent 7 stocks. No Tesla, no Amazon, no Apple, and those, and Nvidia especially, those have really just rallied. So how did we get here? Well, our biggest position, Fin, did really well. This went up like 30%. Copper and crypto both did really well, but this is more just portfolio exposure as opposed to having a thesis. And the dollar Swiss franc position finally paid off after almost a year. It's been such a drag on our portfolio, but finally when the SNB cut rates and the market wasn't expecting it, the Swiss franc just collapsed. And this has paid off handsomely in our portfolio. So where are we going in Q2 2024? Well, we do want to hold cash, especially during this time, because when times are volatile, you tend to have a lot of mispricings, and this allows us to go into the market and buy things that are really interesting. I think once our dollar Swiss franc trade closes, which I expect to be quite soon, we will have a bunch of cash. Crypto has been great to us, but we continue to trim the portfolio. Now it just constitutes around 3.3% of our portfolio. And this is because the fundamentals aren't as clear to me as they were last year and 2 years ago. We've also added some really interesting stocks like Barclays. I'm not usually a fan of banks, but Barclays has proven to be somewhat of an interesting case with really good valuations, so we're in it. And of course, I continue to load up on Chinese stocks. Remember, I'm very specific about the type of Chinese stocks I'm loading up on, but I will buy as much as I can, expecting a turnaround sometime this year or next year, and I do expect it to be somewhat significant. This is going to be a volatile time in the market. There's still people calling for a crash, and there's a lot of economic data to support this. At the same time, there's also economic data to support a continued bull run. So remember, this is not financial advice, but this is how I manage the portfolio for 9,000 over people for over $14 million. And if you want to copy me as well, do click the link in the description below.